to 12 o'clock on the 16th. Another wonderful day in Folly Beach. You want to call the roll?
Yes, sir, including our new council members. So Mr. Barker,
Present.
Mr. Farley,
Here.
Mr. Grooms,
Here.
Dr. Howden Coach,
Here.
Ms. Ray,
Here.
Mr. Rich,
Yeah.
Mayor Goodman.
Here.
We have a quorum.
So we'll say welcome to our new council members. Congratulations. You were installed about an hour and a half ago. Welcome to the real world.
Thank you.
You'll enjoy this roller coaster ride, I'm sure. So we're here, being here today to discuss ordinance 11-20. And it's an amendment to the ordinance 11-20. It's the second amendment. So do I have a motion to approve the ordinance, second amendment to ordinance 11-20?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second.
There we go. Okay, since this is, I'm up for, that, under the ordinance 11-20, excuse me, number 12, I am moving to strike that as it's written and insert, the amendment would be, and y'all all have a copy in front of you, or should have a copy in front of you. The amendment would be no parking in any city right of way unless the vehicle is parked in a paid parking space or properly paid or properly displays a residential parking decal, is parked in the right of way adjacent to a rental home with a valid booking contract for that address displayed on the dash of the car, is parked in an ADA parking space with a valid ADA placard or license plate. And then that's first, and then second part of that same amendment would be, during the duration of the emergency ordinance, parking violations are increased to $150 per violation, with the exception of ADA violations, which remain at $1,000 per violation. That's my motion to amend. Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, now we're open for discussion. Oh, wait a minute. Hold it. I have one more to go before we open for discussion, which would be E, under number 1, I'm sorry, would be commercial zone districts are not included in this after 6 p.m. So from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., you can park in the right of way in the commercial zoning district, and that gives parking to, for if you want to come out for a restaurant or whatever, you'll have a place to park. Okay, sorry about that. Y'all still second that? Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right, open for discussion.
In light of what Olive Homes has done with, they've gotten rid of all right-of-way parking and public parking as well in residential areas and all through the island, we're gonna get inundated if we don't do something. We're already struggling now to kind of keep people separated on the beach, so I think it's a good first step, or a good step at this point. The only thing that I would like to add is I'd make a motion that we leave Arctic Avenue open for public parking, just so we do offer some sort of little strip that we can't have, residents come out, so we're not marking off the whole thing. I'm sorry.
So you're making that as a motion to
I'm making a
amend?
motion that we allow public parking in the right of way on Arctic Avenue.
This not already marked paid parking spots?
That's not already marked paid parking spots.
Okay, you have a second?
Moose and eyes.
I need a second, then we'll,
Second.
all right.
Well, West Arctic is already paid parking all the way down.
And
So that side it wouldn't matter. This will at least allow the east side. We would offer, I'm not sure if you think about Arctic, there's probably 150 maybe spaces down the whole thing.
Mm.
Both sides, yes. Of
Both
East
sides.
Arctic, yeah.
as it is today, as it is right now, is what he's saying, basically.
That also provides a little bit of overflow. We've talked about employees of restaurants using like hurricane passes so they could park and be okay. So all the, the local employees would be covered, by that for the businesses. This also provides a little bit of overflow and also just other free parking spaces for people to come and use. So we're not completely denying everybody. We just need to really clamp down. Parking is the way we can kind of limit the congregating and the spread.
Any other questions, comments? Okay, so on the amendment, to the amendment, y'all got that? That's what we're voting on, okay?
Mhm.
So it's just about leaving Arctic open, and then we'll
Right.
vote later on Mayor's amendment. Mr. Farley,
No.
Mr. Grooms,
Yes.
Dr. Houghton,
Yes.
Ms. Ray,
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mr. Barker,
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin.
It's there.
I'm gonna vote no with Bill, just so he don't feel stuck out there all by himself.
He's used to being on an island, he's fine.
Okay, so that passes.
As amended, so
Yep.
that becomes F now to this amendment.
Yeah, so the whole thing now becomes back to the First Amendment, so this would be, any other questions?
What time limit are we setting this on? Is it 30 days or,
Well, it goes to September the 14th.
okay,
60 days as long as we can do
Yeah.
an emergency order.
okay.
Further on in the ordinance, it gives you the time. to
Are we
change.
making this 24 hours or is it a selected?
It's around the clock except in the commercial district now
Okay,
And Arctic.
and Arctic.
And
Yeah, well, Arctic is just like, it's gonna be just like it is today. The rest of it changes except for the commercial district after 6 PM, from 6 PM to 6 AM. All right,
Do we
so,
wish to make any type of accommodations in the neighborhoods for residents if they don't have adequate parking, for their own guests?
well, they need to park them in their lots, because, right now, if there's not adequate parking for residents, they should have a resident-only parking spot by the city, or a decal, that shows that you have residential parking. If you, yeah, if you have special cases, now, I'm not even gonna go into that. You park them on your lot.
With your decals, so the residents are covered, and nothing would impact them, it's just, that's the usual thing.
Now, most residents have, everybody gets 2 decals,
Mhm.
and most have one on their golf cart and one on their vehicle, so as long as they're using either the golf cart or the vehicle with the decal, they're covered. But
Right.
you gotta display a decal.
Right, it's gotta have a residential decal.
Thank you.
All right, any other questions, comments? Now, we're back to voting on ordinance 11-20 as amended.
This is
Your amendment,
Your
or
amendment,
the whole thing?
including DJs.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, my amendment, but that includes yours.
No,
We
no.
still need to vote on the whole thing to give September.
Yeah, well, after we do your amendment,
Right.
I have one more that I wanna make that's not a part of yours.
Oh, okay.
It's separate.
All right,
Right, DJ's right.
so, yeah, so as amended,
So this
for
is
my amendment.
voting on the mayor's motion. Mr. Groom,
yes.
Dr. Houghton,
Yes.
Ms. Ray,
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mr. Barker,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin.
Yes. Okay, we're back to
Back to.
11-20 as amended now, back to the original.
Okay, I'd like to make a motion that we add number 20. And we make it say price gouging rules are in effect statewide. If I can get a second.
Well, wait a minute, is that the only thing you're gonna say? For all businesses?
For all, price gouging rules are in effect statewide for all businesses.
There you go.
Yes.
You have a second for that motion?
Second.
Second.
The reason, if we wanna make sure that everybody's playing by the rules, I mean, the governor has this in order, we had it in our previous one, but just to keep everything on the up and up, we don't want our private parking lots deciding, oh, well, we can do this and we can all get together and raise our rates. So we wanna just kinda make sure we keep some of that in check.
Okay, any other discussion, questions about that, comment? Very good. And this is, yeah, I'm glad it's statewide, so we're not picking on anybody. Number 20,
Dr. Houghton,
Yes.
Ms. Ray,
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mr. Barker,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Mr. Grooms,
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin.
yes. any other?
I think let's do the whole thing.
Yeah?
Can we do the whole thing?
Well, I'm gonna see if anybody else has anything to throw in there.
One question, because I don't remember seeing it here, what's the effective date?
Well, we always do it the next day at
So
noon.
tomorrow at noon, okay, I just didn't see it, I wanna make sure we know what's going on.
So it would be Friday the 17th at noon.
Oh, that's funny, it's number 17.
Oh, it's number
That's what I
17?
was- You saying it's number 17?
Oh, excuse me. Okay, well, there you go.
Hey.
The 17th on the 17th. Yeah, the day after it's adopted by city council. All right. Back to the 11-20 as amended. With the amendments. It's going once, going twice. Call the roll.
Ms. Ray,
Yes.
Mr. Rich,
Yes.
Mr. Barker,
Yes.
Mr. Farley,
Yes.
Mr. Groom,
Yes.
Dr. Hogan,
Yes.
Mayor Goodwin.
Yes.
So,
Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
There we go. Thank you very much.
got him off the floor.